Emily Carter had never believed in ghosts, but the Langley estate had a way of whispering doubts into her mind before she ever stepped through its doors. The listing came with a whisper of desperation, wrapped in mystery: historic Langley estate. Unoccupied since 1978. Structurally sound. Some interior wear. Motivated seller. What it lacked in detail it made up for in intrigue. The few photos attached, dim, slightly off-center shots, revealed ornate architecture cloaked in shadows. A winding staircase with a cracked marble banister. Gilded mirrors reflecting nothing but gloom. A dining room with a table set for guests who would never arrive. Emily, a top producing agent known for tackling tough sells, should have sensed something was off. But she didn't hesitate. The payout was enough to put a down payment on her own home. And truth be told, she relished a good challenge. Rain clung to her windshield as she made her way through the dense Georgia hills, the estate hidden deep within a forgotten stretch of forest. The GPS lost signal 3 miles out. It didn't matter. The road narrowed into a private drive flanked by tall, lifeless oaks. When the house finally emerged, it loomed like something born from a fevered dream. Tall gables, cracked windows, and ivy creeping like veins up the stone facade. She parked. The air felt dense. Emily wasn't superstitious, but she took one last deep breath before gripping her briefcase and stepping into the storm. The front door resisted, groaning as it gave way to the weight of time. She stepped inside, heels clicking on faded marble. The air was musty, laced with decay and something faintly metallic. And then she saw them. Mannequins. Scores of them. They stood like silent sentinels, occupying nearly every room she passed. Some wore tattered suits, others delicate gowns with lace now yellowed and crumbling. Their faces varied, some blank, smooth ovals. Others chillingly lifelike, down to the subtle blush of cheek or the faint veins beneath faux skin. In the main parlor, a group was arranged around a long mahogany dining table. One had a glass lifted in a toast. Another had its mouth open in mock laughter. Frozen in time. What the hell? Emily whispered. She moved through the rooms, cataloging damage, snapping photos, trying to rationalize. An art installation. Maybe a film set left behind. But it was all too intentional. Too personal. She reached the library. Dust floated through filtered sunlight like slow-falling snow. Papers littered the floor. One sheet, tucked beneath a broken lamp, caught her eye. They watch me now. Every night. Closer. Always closer. Emily tucked the page into her folder. Not out of fear, but curiosity. This was more than a listing. It was a story. A mystery. And she loved mysteries. The second floor groaned with every step. A hallway stretched before her like a spine, lined with doors and more mannequins, these different. More lifelike. One wore a wedding dress, delicate lace grayed with dust. Its head was tilted, mouth parted just slightly as though whispering. At the end of the hall stood a door unlike the others. Heavy. Reinforced. Locked. She jiggled the knob. Nothing. On the wood she noticed scratches, deep gouges. As if someone had tried to claw their way out. A sudden thump behind her. She turned. The hallway was empty. No, it wasn't. One of the mannequins had moved. She was certain. It had been standing near the stairs. Now it was just outside the room. Facing her. Okay, she muttered. This is stupid. She took a step. The mannequin's hand brushed against her coat. She froze. It hadn't moved. But it had. Emily descended back to the ground floor, every creak of the stairs echoing like a threat. Her heart pounded, her thoughts racing. The house felt alive. Not in the whimsical, historical sense. This was different. Predatory. She made her way to the front door. It was locked. She hadn't locked it. Hands trembling, she tried again. The knob refused to budge. A whisper behind her. Rustle. Scrape. Whisper. She turned. The mannequins were closer. All of them. Crowding. Watching. One stood at the foot of the stairs, wearing her navy blazer, her name tag pinned perfectly. It had her face. Her face. Perfectly replicated in painted plastic. Mouth agape. Eyes wide with eternal, unblinking fear. Emily screamed. A sound that never echoed. The house swallowed it whole. 2 weeks later, the real estate agency sent a temp named Craig, 24, newly licensed, eager for his first big break. Langley Estate still sat untouched. Overgrown ivy had nearly sealed the front gate. Craig let himself in, his clipboard clutched in one hand. Weird place, he muttered. Like a museum of nightmares. Inside, the mannequins waited. So patient. In the grand foyer he paused. A new addition stood by the front staircase. A woman. Mannequin. Face painted with exquisite care. Business blazer. Matching shoes. Name tag, Emily Carter. Her mouth open in a silent scream. Her eyes glossy with terror. Craig reached for his phone. A faint click echoed behind him. The front door locked. And upstairs, something moved. Some houses keep their secrets. Others collect them. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.